Good evening, everybody. Hey, hopefully everybody having a marvelous Monday. And like I say, counting our blessing. Marvelous Monday just about over. Now what we can do is get ready for Terrific Tuesday. You know, a lot of times what we do is we take a lot of things for granted. And what we have the tendency of doing, licking a gift horse in the mouth. Not really understanding. Like, guess what, folks? How can we expect someone to love us for us? Someone to honor us, believe in us, trust in us, love us, care for us, when they don't love and respect themselves. They don't cherish themselves, so how can we expect them to cherish us? And that's what we have to understand. Everybody is different, and everybody traveled down so many different roads in life. No man, no woman went down that same road. Despite we can be all raised up in that same environment, no two people life are the same. So that's what we have to understand. So how can a man or a woman, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, how can they love, respect, honor, and cherish you if they don't love, respect, honor, and cherish themselves? To me, the biggest thing in life, what you have to do is you have to love yourself. And a lot of us don't love ourselves. A lot of us, what we count, we want other people to love us. We want other people to show us, hey, I need you to love me in order for me to move on. I need for you to love me in order for me to be better. I don't need nothing. You know what? Listen, in all honesty, you don't need that. Don't get me wrong, it's good to have that. But the difference is having people to love you for who and what you are. Having people to treat you with true love, respect, and human compassion at all times. Not turn it on and turn it off because of basically what you can do. If you can do this for me, if you can buy me, a new car, if you can buy me the latest bag, if you can buy me the latest designer, handbag or the clothes, or if you can buy me the latest jewelry, then I love you. Backwards, backwards, backwards. If anyone believe in the system, one don't know anything, point blank, period. Wake up on every day, my people. You know what? You have to wake up. You have to wake up. In order to wake up right now, sometimes you have to go through things to make you wake up. Sometimes you have to lose somebody in your life, the most important person in your life, to make you wake up. Christopher, what's up, man? What's he, Doc Kim, what up, my brother? What's up, my brother? I think a lot of my brothers would have been great on Wall Street. You know why? Because Wall Street is about numbers. And anybody that's into that hustling, like everybody love to hustle. And a lot of times when we think about hustle, we think about illegal. We think about illegitimate. Think about when you hustle, it gotta be crime. It gotta be negative. Nah, man. The same way we could hustle on the street, we can hustle at Wall Street. Understanding the concept, understanding the rules and regulations, how the game is being played. Because once again, once we learn the game, once you learn it and you understand it and you master it, you can hustle. You can hustle. And you can hustle legally. And the difference is right now, understanding right now, when you listen to that word hustle, the first thing people think is negative. All hustle ain't negative. If you hustle the right way, guess what? It's positive. And that's how you gotta look at it. Whether you hustling a job, you got a full-time job and you got a part-time job. What you sitting back, well, you know what, for the next year or two, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna maintain with my full-time job, and with my part-time job, I'm gonna put away, I'm gonna save, I'm gonna invest. That's a hustle, and it's a legit hustle. What we have to understand is right now is how do we be better today than we was yesterday? How do we take advantage of the situation? How do we learn the importance of credit? Having good credit. When you have good credit, you can just do about anything, okay? But besides that, how do we make sure we're smart with our money? To me, like one of my nieces was telling me what she wanted. She wanted a G-Wagon. She wanted a G-Wagon. Yep, master the system game, but help your people in the process, real spill. You gotta help your people. Because once again, if you don't help your people and your people don't help you, you lost. I got a simple Simon philosophy, and I say this each and every day. If you take care of your people are going to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? If you take care of your people are going to take care of you. I tell my guys, you take care of me, I'm going to take care of you. But if you SHIT on me, I'm going to have diarrhea all over you. And I mean that with a passion. You know what I'm saying? I mean that because once again, only thing we have is our word. And a lot of times people do not even understand that. Our word. Our word is our word. If our word as a man, as a woman, is no good, that means we as human beings, as people, it's no good, no credibility. So the difference is right now being true to your word. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, do it. If you tell somebody, guess what? I'm going to help you move. But when that day come, that Saturday come, they calling you, they texting you, ducking and dodging them, guess what? You full of dog doodle. Don't never tell people what you're going to do. You getting your commitment. You getting your word. That's the most powerful thing that we own, our word. You can be a billionaire. If your word ain't dookie, you ain't dookie. And that's what you have to sit back and think about it. You have to be man and woman enough to be of your word. If you say and you committed to him, listen, I'm going to help you move. Stick to it. Your word is your bond. Your word is your bond. And people do not understand that. That's all we have. You can be a billionaire, but if your word ain't jack doodle, you ain't jack doodle. And that's what you got to understand. But anyway, when I was getting back to folks, like what we need to do, how do we become better each and every day? How do I become better today than I was yesterday? You know how I become better than I was yesterday? By growth, development. Besides that, managing your time. The most valuable thing that we have is our time. But do we value our time? Do I manage our time? Do we get the most of our time? That's the difference. A lot of times, if you don't plan, you fail. Because once again, you rushing, you winging, you trying to get to work. To me, like I try to tell people, if I'm supposed to be to work at 9 o'clock in the morning, but here it is, my job is 30 minutes away. And I don't leave the house in rush hour until basically, 20 minutes before I have to be to work. You know what? I'm setting myself up to fail. Why I'm setting myself up to fail? Because I didn't give myself enough time. That means I'm leaving there being recklessly, being on a highway, driving, zooming in and out of traffic. Possible causing an accident. Possible causing death to myself and to the other people that's out there. Because why? I'm being careless. I haven't managed my time properly. And those are things that you have to understand. What you have to do is, in order to get control of your life, you got to manage your time management. You got to understand right now is plan for what you're going to do for each and every second, each and every minute of your life. Without no plan, you setting yourself up to fail. Real spill, time is so important. Take your time from this corporation. Yes, you got to take your time. You got to take your time. And the difference is right now is, guess what? You got to make sure that you're doing the right thing with your time. Because if you're not doing the right thing with your time, you're setting yourself up to fail. You setting yourself to fail each and every day. And that's the difference. You know what I learned? The older you get, and you get the opportunity to get older, you got to be more wiser. You got to more or less like know exactly as far as the approach that you're taking and the direction that you're going and why you're doing the things that you do. Like to me, I got a simple Simon, mindset. And that mindset, Shabay, shout out, man. The good brother Shabay, man. Hey, folks, listen, you know what? Pardon me. I'm going to get a little distracted because once again, Shabay's the original OG. Shabay based right now raised me. And I have a lot of love and respect for him. During the most difficult time in my life when I was facing a murder charge, and this young lady that I was dealing with at the time, she was telling me, I said, look, I'm about to turn myself in for this murder case. And she go like this, who's your lawyer? I told her, Linda H. Kaplan. And Sister Perry told me, listen, Glaze, here it is. I love you, kid. I love you, boy. And if you want to win, you need to hire Murray Cutler. Murray Cutler, right now is an old timer. His son used to represent the late John Gotti and got him so many different acquittal. So what wound up happening, I left Sister Perry and I wound up coming back from one side of Brooklyn to the other side of Brooklyn. And I stopped and I ran into my man, OG Shabay. And when I went to OG Shabay and we was talking about, yo, listen, you know, I had just got finished that Friday from running out the courtroom. And what I'm about to do is I'm about to turn myself in Monday to fight this murder case. Now, thank you for the donation, Hollywood. 413 Henderson, how you doing? I need your book, man. Hey, hit me up, man. Brian, Brian Gibbs, Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com to get your signed copy, to place your order for your signed copy. So anyway, I got with Shabay, and we talking, and I'm telling him I'm about to turn myself in for this murder charge. And he said, listen, man, F, you want the opportunity to ever come back home again, you need to get this lawyer, Murray Cutler. Whoa, folks, sit back and think about that. Sit back and think about that. Here it is, one of my young ladies that I was dealing with at the time, her mother, the late Sister Perry, told me, F, I want an opportunity to get back out. I need to hire this lawyer, Murray Cutler. I want to cross town from one section of East New York to the other section of East New York. And I ran into OG Shabay. And what he told me is the same thing that Sister Perry had told me. They didn't know each other. Shabay, OG, he didn't know, you know what I'm saying, Sister Perry. May her soul rest in peace. But yet and still, two people told me within an hour to 2 hour time frame that F, I want to have a fighting chance and have the opportunity of beating a 25 to life charge. I need to hire Murray Cutler. You know what? What is that? Is that a sign? You know what? And I took advantage of that sign. I did hire Murray Cutler, and I did get acquitted for that case. Listen, shout out OG Shabay. I love you. I'm saying, you know how I feel about you. Respect, brother, respect. If it wasn't for you, guess what? My journey would have been long and hard. Folks, listen, getting back, and I'm sorry I got off course, but the difference right now is, listen, my name is Brian Glaze Gibbs. Right now is, I am not your typical minister. I am who I am. Make no mistake, when I was a young knucklehead kid, out there coming up, making my bones, I hated myself. I didn't like the person that I was. Why? Because of the fact is, I got caught up. Right now is, I became Glaze, Brian Glaze Gibbs, between the age of 14 to 24. Sit back and think about it. What in the heck can you do between the age of 14 and 24? 14 years old, you still a snotty-nosed kid. But the difference is, being a snotty-nosed kid and a big red polluted apple, you want to be down, you want to be cool, you want to be accepted. So what you're doing is, you're pretending to being something that you're not. You're pretending to being this cool guy, this tough guy. But guess what? I wasn't ready for that. But the difference is, I got caught up into that system because I wanted to be down, because I didn't have true identity for myself. Did I have positive role models in my life? Yes. But did I listen to the positive role model? I just did a piece on Play, Christopher Martin, whereas he did an interview on Vlad TV. And he say right now, when he was coming up as a kid, that they didn't really have no rappers to look up to. Okay? So who they looked up to? They look up to the criminals. They look up to the drug dealers. They look up to the gangsters. They look up to the stick-up kids for identity, for direction. Come on. When you look up to individuals that's out there, you know, causing havoc on their community, destroying their folks because they trying to hustle, that's backwards. But that to show you where we was at during that present time. The difference back then, do people add value, people take value away? But it's like understanding what is true value. What is value? If you don't understand whether people add value or take value away, then you lost. Being a little kid, growing up in Bedford-Stuyvesant, what I'm seeing, what I'm looking at, as 5, 6 years old, what I'm seeing older people, man, woman, walking down the street, and as I'm walking down the street to go to the candy store, to go to Archie or Horsey and Patchen, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing people, grown up, laying down, not understanding that what they're doing is they're nodding. They nodding off of dope heroin. They took a sniff or shot that needle into their arm. And what they doing is, it's hot and scorching outside. I'm trying to go to the store to get me an Italian icy, or get me an ice cream, a strawberry shortcake, good humor ice cream, or something to drink. But as a kid, leaving my destination, 685 Horsey Street, going down the block, what happened? You seen these people lay out. What the heck is going on over here as a kid? Do you know? Do you know? No, you don't know. But the difference is they feeling what they need is to escape from reality. So they shooting that poison in their arm. And as they shoot that poison in the arm, and right now it all depends upon how strong that heroin is and what it's cut with. The difference is that the heroin is so powerful, what it's going to do is it's going to knock them out. They're going to go into a deep nod. And they're going to go to sleep. Not even understanding. Guess what? They not even here. They lost their soul. They lost their spirit. They nodding. They got the needle still in their arm. And they got slob coming out their mouth. Then guess what the partner decided to do? I want that. Anything they feel, if the drug is powerful, you can OD off it. Who the heck want to OD off of drugs? But that's what they want to do. That was a thing back then. Being a young kid, seeing that, how am I supposed to feel? What I'm supposed to think? Right now, at 6 years old, what is your understanding? Okay, what is our understanding at 6 years old? Now, why are these people laying on a hot, concrete, dirty street? You scratching your head because you can't quite comprehend what the heck is going on. They more in love with a high, a temporary high. To me, you know what? If I want to get high, if I want to do anything, I don't want a temporary high. If I want to get high, I want to stay high. I want a permanent high. And you know what? A chemical substance cannot give you a permanent high. You know what can give you a permanent high? The love. The love of God, Jesus, in your life, whether it's right now with the Lord Jesus, Savior Christ, or whether it's Allah, you Akbar. Come on. If you want a permanent high, what you have to do is get and understand and have true identity with yourself and know right from wrong. You don't need a chemical substance. You don't need to shoot nothing in your arm. You don't need to sniff nothing. You know what I'm saying? To have you acting deranged, to have you feel like you floating on cloud nine, that here it is, you going, your inner soul going out of your body. That's not reality, folks. That is not reality. That is some of the most backward things that I ever understand. You know what? Even right now, I used to get teased a lot because of my fat nose. And here it is, I got sinus problem real bad. And at one point in time, you know what people used to tell me? Because I was constantly sniffing because of my allergy. Oh man, how much cocaine you snort? How many cokes you snort? I know you snort a lot of coke. The truth to the matter is this. I never, ever in my entire life ever snorted cocaine. So the most I ever did besides selling cocaine and crack was when I was like, 15, 16 years old, hanging out with my man's sister in Linden Plaza, the land. It's like she was older than us. And the difference right now is, took my finger and stick it in the cocaine and touch my tongue and got a freeze. Yep, don't fall for the wrong stuff. And that's the most I did. Stuck my finger in some cocaine and got a freeze. I got allergy. Like right now, I constantly had nose and throat and air problem. So as a kid, I wasn't putting nothing up there. I wasn't gonna do anything that was gonna cause me pain or any type of body harm. I didn't want to be on cloud now. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Which way do you go? Right now was I wanted to be fully aware at all time what I was doing. Whether I was doing it right, whether I was doing it wrong, I want to know what the heck I was doing. But the difference is right now when you allow a chemical substance to take advantage and you sniffing it or you shooting in your arm, you lost. You're in la-la land. Once you become in la-la land, you're not the same individual no more. You're lost. And the difference is right now, we already have enough problems. When you are black, when you are poor, black, you're in real trouble. See, Will, what high school did you go to? Yeah, I went to Thomas Jefferson. I went to, you know what, listen, the first high school I went to, Travis, what's up, man? What's up, Lazy AZ? Travis John. The first high school I went to was Berkeley High School in Monscona, South Carolina. Okay, I screwed up my first year, falling behind these guys, drinking wine, drinking liquor, smoking weed. So the difference is I flunked 9th grade. I went back to New York, and you know what? The second high school I went to was Franklin K. Lane. That was the second high school I went to. You know what? When I was in Franklin K. Lane, I can remember I walked up to this white cat that was in class with me. And I said, yo, man, damn, you know what? Damn, I'm hungry. Give me $5, because I want to buy 2 pretzel. And the dude looked at me, I say something slick, and I don't know what it was. Like you said, he's 14 years old. You know, he tried to grandstand on me, and what I did, I slapped the living shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? Period. And here it is right now is he gave me his whole wallet. I didn't ask you for the wallet. I asked you for $5 so I can get me 2 pretzel. Long story short, I caught a case. You know, here it is right now is once I caught the case, guess what happened? Okay, I got kicked out of Franklin K. Lane. His family didn't press charges, so okay, cool. I was cool. I didn't go to what was that, Sparford. Okay, so I got kicked out of there and went to George W. Wingate. From George W. Wingate, while I was there, they had this particular teacher bragging about a calculator. Talking about this calculator. This is like what, 78, 79. This cat talking about the calculator. The teacher saying, yo, this can do this can do that, this can do that. He talking about all this stuff, what this calculator can do. Basically, right now, like the calculator can fly up in the sky. Fly, Robin, fly. Boom, 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 boom. Up in the sky. He had a cell pitch for this Texas Instrument TI-35 calculator and what it can do. What I do is, I'm amazed. I'm hanging on to every word. Like, damn, if this calculator can do all this, imagine what this calculator is worth. So you know what happened? Bingo, time to leave class. But here it is, everybody leaving class or people standing around or whatever. My objective is how the hell I get this TI-35 calculator. Okay, here it is, long story short, opportunity presented itself. I saw when he put the TI-35 calculator, I swiped it. Okay, swiped the shit, turn around, I'm in the cry house section of Brooklyn. I went and I sold that TI-35 calculator. And you know what? I didn't get much Glaze. I love you for sharing your knowledge, wisdom, much love from Chattanooga, Tennessee. What's up, 007 Storm Shadow? Thank you, I appreciate that. So I sold a TI-35 Texas Instrument, you know what I'm saying, calculator. Get back to school. As I get back to school, somebody like gave me up, telling me that I did. Crack hit when I was a kid and I fell through the system too. And now I preach the knowledge on this corrupted black community plan. Hey, great, great, great. So I stole the community TI-35. Somebody gave me up. Right now I got suspended. And turn around right now when they got suspended from school. They want to kick me out of George W. Wingate. And then you know what? Joy, how you doing? How you doing? I want going to, hold on. I got kicked out of George W. Wingate and I went to Thomas Jefferson. Glaze, you remember Yusuf Hawken. I remember the story about Yusuf Hawken. I do remember the story about Yusuf Hawken. I got kicked out of George W. Wingate, then I went to Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson in East New York. And you know what? Even while I was there at Thomas Jefferson, East New York, Glaze, you ever lost a one-on-one fight? Truck, did I ever lost a one-on-one fight? Man, listen, man, shit, coming up as a kid, I lost plenty of fight. You know, the difference right now, look, a fight. You kidding me? I lost plenty of fight. That's the name of the game. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But the difference right now is how do you accept the agony of defeat? Mr. Gibbs, ever thought of putting together a team of past OGs and going to a public school and educate? Yeah, what you think about Poe? What does that think about Poe? Al Poe did his time. He did what he did. He's out. Blaze, you know any dude from Plaza House and New Lots and Mother Gaskin, my old stomach ground? You know my man Tank, Ronald Glenn, and he had a partner named Rab Baker. I don't know whether that helped you, but it was my man Tank, Ronald Glenn, his partner Rab and Baker. That's why I know, and I believe that's where they was from. But listen, I went from Thomas Jefferson. And Thomas Jefferson, if you look at it, this guy, a reporter, news reporter, did a story about Thomas Jefferson when David Dinkins was the mayor of New York, and he went through Thomas Jefferson, and 2 high school kids was murdered inside of Thomas Jefferson. So Michael McAlary, he did a book, and he did an article in the New York Post, and what he did was he go like this: John Gotti grew up in East New York. Brian Glaze Gibbs grew up in East New York. John Gotti went to Thomas Jefferson. Brian Glaze Gibbs went to Thomas Jefferson. He said the Gambino family is not an equal opportunity family, and most black kids can't grow up to be John Gotti, but they can grow up to be Brian Glaze Gibbs, who, you know, I was like the first person that they know of that I brung a gun into Thomas Jefferson, which is true. I remember stealing my step pop nickel plated 22 and going to school because Thomas Jefferson's kind of rough. And I remember one time, like, you know, got a book bag. I had my book bag. I got this 22 nickel plated 22 that Shabay wound up getting, OG Shabay wound up getting eventually from my man Domino, rest in peace Domino. And right now is we in the staircase, gambling, playing CeeLo. 4, 5, 6. See how low your money can go. So as we gambling, playing CeeLo, you know what? All of a sudden these security guards come, and everybody scram. So when I scram, damn, I left my book bag, and inside of my book bag, in a nice little bag, was my step pop 22 nickel plated, you know what I'm saying, revolver. And I'm like, oh man, I got to class, and I'm thinking about it like, man, here it is, F. You know, they found that gun. I'm going to jail. I'm going to Sparkford. So what I did was I told the teacher, raise my hand, I got to go to the bathroom. She said, okay, cool, go to the bathroom. I got the pass from, you know, Jefferson, went to the bathroom. But I wasn't going to the bathroom. What I do is I went to find where my bag was. So it was like right now in, you know, the dean office. So just so happened as I go and I'm scheming and I'm looking for it, and here it is, a commotion happened. Somebody got into a dispute, like a fight. So as they got into a fight, I saw an opportunity that I can slide in. I grabbed my bag. So I grabbed my bag, and you know what I did? I hauled ass out of Thomas Jefferson. Because once again, I'm thinking, later I skipped school, I'm thinking if I get busted with this gun, I'm going to jail. So I hauled ass with the gun in my bag and went home and put it back. You look like Scarface, Big Dog Monster. Like I said right now, guess what? They say we all got twins. You gotta look like somebody, right? You gotta look like somebody. Yo, Glaze, Shorty G from Big Daddy King and Prince Marky D. May Prince Marky D soul rest in peace. Yeah, my man Shorty G, he's still around, man. I remember that story so well, man. My man Shorty G. Rasta man, good question. What is the question, Rasta man? Be inspired. Righteous Allah, peace, son of man. Hey, listen, folks. Check it out. Get your signed copy. Get your signed copy of the Brian Glaze Gibbs book, Beyond Lucky, Scarface the Rapper. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, Scarface the Rapper. Hey, get your signed copy of the Brian Glaze Gibbs book on Beyond Lucky, a true story of crack, money, murder, and redemption. If I can change, anybody can change. Why folks could change come from where? Change come from within. Beyond Lucky, yeah. Email me. Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 @yahoo.com to get your signed copy. If you order your signed copy, I will throw in your choice. Straight from the Street, Volume 1, Straight from the Street, Volume 2. Nice guy like you, I can't believe you killed people, bro. Big Dog Monster, sometime it's not that what you can believe and what you cannot believe. It's the fact that I allow myself to get caught up into some real sick things. And that stemmed from right now is, you know what? I was inflicted with a lot of trauma in my life, and I was traumatized. And I'm not trying to make no excuses because of the person that I once was. The person that I once was, Brian Glaze Gibbs, I couldn't stand that person. I didn't like that person. I didn't understand that person. I didn't know that person. But the person I am today, June 14, 2021, I love this man. I love who I am today. I love how far I have came. And you know why? Because once again, I had to admit I had a problem. You know, look, I had a problem. I had major problem. You know, I'm not El DeBarge, but right now El DeBarge say, I had a problem and no one seemed to solve them. Wow. Why y'all ain't take that money from Maisha? Damn, bro. Wow. You know what, man? Oh, man. Wow. Woo. Why we didn't take that money from Maisha? You know what, man? May her soul rest in peace. And honestly speaking, I wish that it's not the fact of taking the money from Maisha. I wish, you know what, if I can go back to hand in time, you know what, Maisha would still be alive. We all can change. Preach, man. Change comes within, folks. But the difference is right now, like I said, I had a problem. I had a serious problem, you know, because once again, through all the blunt front trauma that I went through in my life, and you know what, I had mental issues that I had to get addressed. Because sometimes I used to get so upset. And when I get upset, what I do is I black out. I used to black out. And the difference right now is because of that's how angry I became. And I had to get help for that. I had to get help. In order to get help, you have to admit that you have a problem. I need to find a way to deal with anxiety. You know what? Like you say right now, man, go out there, go to your psychiatrist, go to your doctor, get the help. It's there. Like to me, I'm not ashamed. I take medicine each and every day. You know what I'm saying? I take medicine each and every day. And what's called Prozac, fluoxetine, you know, and I can be honest with that, and I can live with myself. The difference is right now is everybody like, I don't want nobody to know I'm taking medication. I don't want nobody to know that I had problems and whatever. Why not? Because once again, it's a stereotype. You know, people think you crazy. And if people think you crazy, they deal with you differently. I don't care what nobody think about me at this time in life. Right now, in order to be true with anybody else, you first got to be true and honest with yourself. You got to love you. You got to cherish you. You got to do what is right for you. It doesn't matter what somebody else is thinking. You know, because it doesn't matter. You want people to love you for you. Nothing more, nothing less. But a lot of times, how can somebody love you, honor you, respect you, and cherish you when they can't love, honor, respect, and cherish their damn self? So you think they gonna love, honor, respect, and cherish you? You got another thing coming, folks. You got another thing coming. And sometimes we as people, we're too busy want to be people pleaser. We're too busy want to please other people. For what? Please yourself. Satisfy yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your upstairs. Take care of your mental state. You know, stop putting our own foot on our own neck, holding us down, pushing us down. Every time we get up, we trying to get up, but we got our own foot because of our self-pity. And what is there to feel sorry for? What is there to feel guilty about? You got nothing to feel guilty about. Morals and values are important as individual. Mental health is serious. Mental health is serious, but people don't want to acknowledge that they have mental health. You see the 7-5 documentary. Yeah, I saw the 7-5 documentary. I always wonder how a troubled person will wind up. Okay, damn, that went by too fast or whatever. Hey, but folks, listen, man. Here it is. I'm about to cut this short. Thank you for joining me. Like I tell you, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification button. Check it out. What was Nicky Barnes like? Nicky Barnes was an extraordinary individual, very smart brother. He hated when you use the N-word. He hated that with a passion. The difference is very educated, self-aware, and like I tell you, very private person. Nick was in his own private world. He dealt with you accordingly. And if he didn't like you, he didn't trust you, you can get word out of Nick. Nick was like Nick was Nick. Nick was the original. So regardless of what people think or say or whatever, got a lot of love, got a lot of respect. May his soul rest in peace and his spirit be lifted. You know, Nick, hey? Did you ever go to the Bronx as a kid? If so, how was the Bronx? I went to the Bronx, during family reunion time when we used to go through 153rd and Girard, and we used to have a trip for family reunion going to, from New York, going to South Carolina for family reunion doing Memorial Day, you know. Hey, but listen, hit that like button, subscribe. I got a lot of content out. Check out the Brian Glaze Gibbs YouTube channel. Share. This is my ministry, and no, I'm not your typical minister. Get your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky book by emailing me, Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 at yahoo.com. Why? Crime doesn't pay. If I, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs, can change, anybody can change. You know how, folks? Where do change come from? Change comes from within. What up, brother? Hey, BBB, man, keep grinding. I am, man. I am king. Right now, whenever you want to come on the platform, let me know. I got this professor right now, whereas this brother is like showing people how to legally hustle through the weed game, through, what he do, he's plant. And right now, he grow marijuana plant. And he got a hell of a hustle, man. I love his energy. I love his energy. And that's it, man. And what people got to understand is, like, how do people hustle? Back in the days when I was coming up, selling weed was what? Selling weed was illegal. Now it's legal now. And you got a lot of people making a lot of money off of that weed. So once again, listen, folks, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share. Like I say, this is my ministry. And I'm going to let you in a little secret. I am not your typical minister. This is my ministry. Yes, Nicky Barnes is dead. Nicky Barnes is dead. Thank y'all. Good night.